Hello, dear friends. I am Lalit Kumar P.Bhaiya, Associate Professor in Electronics and Telecommunication Department, Bharati College of Engineering and Technology, Durg. Today, I would like to discuss about the digital signal processing. This digital signal processing is also a subject of the electrical engineering as well as the electronics engineering, and this is the optional in case of the computer engineering also. But here I am not going to go inside the subject particularly, but this particularly slides I will explain what is the DSP, an introduction, and everyday examples uses this digital signal processing. So therefore I have taken this video for the general video to learn about the digital signal processing. What is the contents of this video? I will try to explain. I have prepared this slide. Here I am going to explain what is the basic DSP, digital signal processing, what is DSP used for, and generally this DSP used in speech and audio processing, image and video processing, adaptive filtering, what are the DSP devices and its architectures, and mostly this DSP used at the Epson, Scotland Design Center that we will see, and finally we will go for the summary and conclusion. But I don't think this video will continue for all this topic. We will learn some topics of this general purpose digital signal processing. First of all, I will tell you what is this DSP. Digital signal processing is the processing or manipulation of signals using digital techniques. In broad way, this DSP uses this A to D converter, analog to digital converter, and this is the main block of the digital signal processor, where we can process the signals which we obtained here, called as the discrete signals. And these discrete signals are processed. It may be a digital filters, it may be a linear convolution, circular convolution, or FFT, DFT, whatever may be the operations according to the requirement, that will be processed here, and then we obtain the signal here. This is called as Y of N, discrete signal, discrete process signal, and then we will use the digital to analog converter, which will recover the original analog signal which is here. So original signal will be recovered at a distance by means of digital signal processing. So this is the general awareness, general block diagram awareness of this digital signal processing. And now you can see this, what is the DSP used for. I can say where not the DSP used, everywhere we use the DSP. In our wristwatch, for example, we have a IC, digital ICs are there, smart watches are there. So all the programs prepared for these watches, and this is called as the assembled program, are in terms of the digital signal processing. So we use the digital signal processing here. We use the digital signal processing here in laptops, computer. Here you can see these are the laptops where we use the MATLAB and other systems also available with the digital signal processor. And this is the panel board. In airport and etc., we use the specific applications programs based on the digital signal processing. So here it is also used. In our video cameras, DSPs are used, and in our computers and communication purpose, DSP are used. A digital recording system, we use the DSP here, and here remote controls, we use the digital signal processors. Here in mobiles we use the digital signal processor, and nowadays in many of the equipments we use particularly the digital signal processes. So this is about the digital, where we use the digital signal processing, and much more applications are there of the DSP. Before going to this speech signal processing, I will show you first the block diagram which uses in the communication. Let us see. This one. You can see here. This is the speech coding techniques which uses the important role of the digital signal processing. Here you can see this is the MSC. MSC means mobile switching center. This is the mobile switching center. This is the base station, transceiver station or base station controller. This is base station controller, and this is base transceiver station. These are the units used in this speech coding techniques. What is the MSC? What MSC do? MSC is the mobile switching center, is a telephone exchange that makes the connection between mobile users within the network from mobile users to the public switch telephone network is called as a PSTN, and from mobile users to the other telephone network. This is the function of the mobile switching center. And from mobile switching center, the another is the BSC. BSC is the base station controller here. This is base station controller, is in control and supervises a number of base transceivers. The base BSC is responsible for the allocation. BSC is the responsible for the allocation of radio resources to a mobile call and for the handovers that are made between base stations under his control. Other handovers are under the control of the MSC. And the speech which transfers from MSC to BSC is of 64 kilobits per second, while BSC to BTS is 13 kilobits per second. And then BTS. What is this BTS? BTS is the base transceiver station. Is a term used to denote base station in GSM technology. A BTS consists of an antenna and radio equipment necessary to communicate by radio with a mobile station. Mobile station is called as the antenna. Mobile station. Each BTS covers a very defined area. This defined area which covers by the BTS is known as the cell, and these are the mobile. This transfer between this base transceiver station to the mobile is about 22.8 kilobits per second is the frequency. These are the antennas. Through antennas this will pass. So speech coding will be processed through this way in the complete network. And here it is written as a TRAU. What is this TRAU? TRAU is the unit, is called as the transcoder and rate adaptation unit. Transcoder and rate adaptation unit. Rate adaptation unit performs transcoding function for speech channels and rate adaptation for data channels. And transcoding function for speech channels in GSM network. This is the TRAU. TRAU is a unit is the data rate conversion unit. The PSTN and ISTN switch is a switch for 64K bits. PSTN and ISTN has a switch for 64 kilobits per second voice. So this is the complete speech coding technique used in our mobile network, and this PSTN and GSTN. Thank you very much. In next slide, we will learn more about the use of the DSPs and other the slides of this particular digital signal processing. Thank you very much for your hearing.